Alright, sorry about that.
Anyway, yeah, so she kills the dad, the mom, and the daughter is away at the time, and then steals the child. And that's the end of it.
Yeah, doesn't she snap the dad's neck and kicks them up into a camera in the corner of the room?
No, she like punches her.
Oh, really?
Like,
oh, by that time I wasn't really all there.
And yeah, I could definitely see where Danny was like, she was just laughing by the end of it. Well, she came in at the end. She's like, I think I know everything that was going on in that movie.
What?
No, Danny was still on
we
Facebook,
went to the end of Facebook with Danny.
Yeah, we went to the end
No,
of
because she said that she had gone to go see it before,
Oh,
and
okay,
she only
yeah.
caught the end. She's like,
yeah.
I know exactly what happened because I saw the end. But she didn't really.
Yeah, she had no idea. Okay.
She's 15.
That's true. So yeah,
It was kind of ridiculous, like, what they did with the end, like...
Mm-hmm.
But then again, like, it's something, like... It seems ridiculous, but, like, if you have a demon inside of you possessing you, like, don't you get, like, demon strength or something like that? Like, you could do that kind of stuff.
Like vegan powers.
But it still just looks kind of ridiculous, like, if you...
Well, I was okay with that. The ridiculousness of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was just the no new content. Like, the first one, I absolutely loved the first one. I don't think I'd go see it on video just because, like, it isn't the same as seeing it in theaters. But...
Well, actually, like, I think, like, if you were to just watch it, like, by yourself, like, it actually might be a little bit better, too. Because, especially the first one, because you're like watching somebody's like home video, just kind of like by itself. Like, imagine if you were to get that like on a VHS and put that in and watching it.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd seem a little sketchy watching that.
Very sketchy.
You know, it'd be a really mean prank, actually. Like, okay, you know how? Not in our apartment, simply because like, oh maybe you know we have that TV in the basement. Like,
yeah.
make a scary movie and replace it with the tape put in there.
Oh my
So
god!
people go look at it. They just see like different rooms of the apartment, and then all of a sudden something creepy happens.
I'm just like sketched out, just looking down into that and seeing that on TV.
No.
Imagine like putting something on there, and I'd be like, nope, nope.
No. What would be even way cooler is like to record from that camera, like from that camera that it's recording, it's viewing like stuff happening in that room.
That's what I'm saying.
And then play it back while someone's like looking at they're looking at the room, and then none of that is happening, but it's still showing it. Is that what you're talking about?
Like I've been thinking about this since I moved in. To be honest.
Oh my god,
I
would crazy. I would probably freak out.
Like, my mom, she's like, you have to convince me that this is a safe place to live. Blah blah blah. I'm like, nothing goes on. We even have a camera. See in the shower. She'll never let me come back.
I have this camera looking out in this dungeon so the demon doesn't come out. Where it's totally cool.
Yeah, that's I don't even know what to think about that.
I think it sounds like fun.
That does sound like
Tell number 5, be like, I think there's something going on. I mean, the camera's been messing up a little bit. I think you should
the guy with the neck brace.
I'm only 17, so will you go with
Those
me?
batteries at people.
I won't be able to protect you.
I can't look down to see the
I throw batteries at it. Hang on, let me go reload.
Yeah, but it's not on rollerblades, so... Like, I was talking to his dad about it, and his dad's like, well, just bake him something. I'm like, yeah, I'll make him a fruit basket with cookies and packs of batteries. It would just say Emerald.
No, just make him the cookie shaped in rollerblades.
He would hate us.
So, anyway, what, for the third one, which they're bound to make,
Probably.
what would you do?
I would cut the storyline where it ended on that one. Just throw that out the window, pretty much. Start a completely new story.
I would almost kind of take it in the direction of follow the same story, but like make it an actual, like somebody's making a documentary about what's all going on, and so like they're following the trail of this demon who stole the baby and whatnot.
That might be interesting.
And the daughter is now looking for Hunter and just all that stuff.
So wait, where did
and
the
then
daughter...
nanny's like holding the cross in front of them, like, come out!
Wait, where did the daughter go to live after her parents were killed?
It doesn't say.
With the nanny.
With the nanny?
Oh,
I'm like,
it doesn't say. It just says she came back to find the parents'
I didn't say,
bodies.
because like, you figure they'd send her with an aunt or something, but that just doesn't sound like a good idea to me.
Not another sister! That would be so redundant, I would probably puke.
No, that's the way I would think I would take it, was just like having something like that happen and then kind of exploring the greater idea about what's going on with this demon.
Like, I don't know, if I saw there
and then you could, like, because throughout the story between the two, they keep hinting at what went down with these sisters and what went down with their grandmother, but they didn't actually, like, you don't really know for sure. So I think getting a greater exploration of like that whole family. I think I would just tie it into that. But anyway, what were you gonna say?
If I saw a third one, I'd probably have like, in my mind, I can picture it being a decent story. Like you can't get better, I guess, from here. But decent story where they actually send the daughter to go live with the sister, and they don't know the sister's got the baby, and neither does the daughter. And all of a sudden, like she sees the aunt acting weird, and like while she's there, she discovers that she has Hunter ready to like kill him or something.
Well, because like the whole thing is that the aunt has disappeared from the first movie. Like because she killed like the guy that she was living with. The cops like knew that the kid's dead, but the lady is like, I can't remember what's her name.
I don't remember.
I think it's Katie or something.
Katie. Yep.
Katie?
Yeah, Katie.
I was wrong.
She had disappeared, and the cops were looking for her, and then she showed up at this place, and then they said that nobody's seen Hunter, so they can't really like send her to live with the aunt.
Yeah,
Nobody knows where she is.
Well, like, I don't remember that part. Like I said, I wasn't really there, but wouldn't they have it on camera? Her killing the dad and the mom?
Yeah, that's why they have a warrant out for her arrest.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because she killed her husband.
Well, that wasn't her husband. It was just her boyfriend.
Oh. Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, I just need to watch the first one. I haven't seen it.
Anyway, if you want to keep in line with the story and keep going with the storyline, no, even then, it makes sense, I guess, stay in line. If you got the first two going that way instead of scrapping it, I would probably take it from the way it is now and do actually Hunter, that he's like a teenager now. But he's still possessed by this demon, you know?
Or like they can't kill him until he's
It's just like Hunter later on. And, he already starts out possessed. And it's more like, from his point of view, like he's like, guys, something's wrong with me. Like he doesn't understand what's happening because like he was never explained, And he just kind of like realizes, stuff's happening. Like he's got like black spots. He doesn't remember anything. Like people, stuff is happening all around him, and he's like actually the culprit of it all. You can get multiple people's views from it, but I mean that'd be kind of cool.
That would be interesting. Hunter. So would you turn it into more of like an action movie than like the mockumentary kind of thing that would be?
No, I think it would still be the same thing with a mockumentary. Where he's almost like video documentating like this. He's like, guys, something's happening here. I don't know. Started out with video one, guys. There's been some weird stuff happening around here. Not exactly sure.
So if you were like, what your original idea was, like just to completely scrap it.
I guess I don't know exactly. I'm not a horror writer, but I would take, I don't know, a lot of the ideas that they put in the old one and like not put those in it again, because like stay away from those and try to do something that has a lot more originality to it.
Would you do like the same style, or would you look for something different?
I would probably stay with the same style because I like that. I think that's awesome. Like no other horror movie that I've seen does it from like the mockumentary style. I love that. And the original
one, they had actually before that whole found footage kind of thing had come out, like kind of blown up when everybody started doing it. Like they had that movie before that even started because they had finished it about 2 years before that they released it. Take
that back. Blair Witch Project did that.
That's true. But nobody had really done that ever really since.
Yeah.
Except for like a couple of really smaller movies like that not a lot of people have heard of, like Wreck. The movie that the Quarantine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they also did it for Cloverfield too.
Yeah, that was a good one. I
love that movie. You don't really like. I don't know. They kind of make mockery of like horror now. Like, have you seen the shows like Ghost Hunters or whatever, where they have the camera and they're like, what's this? What's this noise? I heard something click. Dude, it was your shoe.
No, it was. I was watching one of those shows with Nick a couple weeks back, and it was this. It was a group of 3 guys, and it was supposed to be like some extreme ghost hunters or something. Yeah. And it was so ridiculous because like most of the like ghost hunter shows or whatever, they have like experts and like psychics or whatever like following around. These are just 3 dudes, just 3 random dudes.
Yeah, we're talking about the same show.
And it's so funny watching, because I only watched 1 episode of it, and it was just so, they were out on some plantation or whatever, and it was so stupid because they were out on the field and they were going to, each of these 3 different guys were going to be going into a different house and trying to sitting in this house and seeing what they experience while in this house. But while walking up to this place, the guys are freaking out. It's like, oh my gosh, look at that one house. And there's literally like this like small little old like slave house, and you see a light going on and off and on and off. And allegedly, there's no one in that house. But they're like, oh man, just look at this, and they're like trying to look through the barred window, and trying to see like if anything's turning on the light, but you can't really see into the room. And then they just leave. I was like, why don't you go into that house and then you can see what's going on in there? And even they go into one of the other houses, which still can look across the field, and they're still videotaping that house that's flipping on and off.
All of a sudden, something walks up behind them with like a knife or something.
No, but it's like it's so stupid and it's so obviously fake. Because I was like, you are either faking that or you're just a huge pussy because you're willing to go in the house where you don't know if there's ghosts, right. But the one who's obviously got something going on in there, well, you're not gonna go near.
And it's like the one I watched. It was 3 guys and a woman walking through an old like what was it, a warehouse or something for like medical reasons.
Oh, it was like an old asylum thing.
Yeah.
I think I saw a part of that episode too.
And like there was
like a marathon or something.
Yeah, there was one part where they're like, yeah, this building hasn't been turned on or used and blah blah blah, and they're workers. And this woman, you can hear her whispering. She's like, if they are workers, don't they have to use plumbing? And like you're not supposed to hear, but you can. And like the other one guy's like, oh, I can hear water going through the pipes and something's moving in the pipes, and it's just. I remember back when like horror shows were actually good because yeah, they faked it and you could tell that they actually made it sort of believable when you were a kid, and it was just awesome.
It's like they don't even. These guys aren't even trying. They're just like, let's just. I don't understand.
Terrible,
It makes me laugh.
Look, it's a ghost. And it's just one of the guys in a sheet. Like,
I would be.
Hide your cats.
Grayson's just like, what?
This incubus made everyone around here.
I kept thinking, why would Sterling?
Yeah, that's actually an older legend. Like, there's the incubus and there's the succubus, which are just the incubus is the male
succubus.
and the female is the succubus. And then...
Or like, don't they? You said rape ghost?
Yeah.
Okay, they have like this legend, whatever, at the lookout.
Mm-hmm.
About like, well, a bunch of women and children being beaten and raped up there, like the gazebo. And I have some friends who are like 15 and they're just retarded. No, Jake's almost 19. What am I talking about? Jackie's 15. But no, we walked out there because I love the gazebo, and I ended up like we had to pull ourselves through the bars of the gate, and I hit my hip or something, and when I get too much pain, I seize, and I had a seizure. And we got back, and Jake and everyone and these 3 guys were freaking out, going, something attacked you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, was a rape ghost? Because I definitely don't feel raped.
I think you tell me about that.
And yeah, they're just, it's like...
No, man, I don't know. There was, whenever my mom was growing up, they lived in this one house, it's been a while since she told the story, so I might forget a couple details, but, like, it's so creepy because like she said that she had a room she was had a room by herself, and so but for a while whenever she was living there, she said that she would try to go to sleep and all the lights were off, and then she would see like something like opening up the door to her closet that was right across the way from her bed. And she said just like for a couple weeks, like it was just something was just like slowly opening up the door more and more every night. And she was like was kind of freaked out about it as a kid. Like she would tell her parents about it, but they were like, "Don't worry about it. It's just like the house." And but then after a while, like the door would like open up all the way, and she said that she was able to like see something in there, and like these red eyes were like staring back at her, and she said that. Finally, just after a couple of weeks after this kind of going on for a while, it was the house that they just recently moved into, and finally, like, she had seen the door start to open, but she was kind of used to it by then, so she had started to fall asleep, and she said that something had come down, like, from out of that closet, and was, like, holding her down, and was, like, choking her, and so... This was like whenever she was a lot younger, and she was like freaking out, and like she said basically the only thing that she was able to think was just like she was just kept saying Jesus, Jesus, Jesus over and over and again, and like kind of almost silently praying at the time until it finally just let go and went away. But we're gonna have to come back for the end of this story because we're almost at the time limit.